Where is he?
He's over there somewhere. And this is, who are you, dude?
I'm
Can you prove?
Stud Muffin.
Stud Muffin.
Says right there.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
What was he saying about? What was he talking about?
That's what you do, right?
Oh, me?
Come on, confess for Matt Brown.
Are you kidding?
I can't even. I was trying to keep up.
As soon as I'm done with this, I have to do.
He was talking about your armpit stage.
Really? Oh man, I can't put that on video.
5 projects this year.
What's this for?
In fact,
My YouTubes.
Oh, great.
Yeah, see? What an idiot.
No. See, I would have said half the things I said earlier. I wouldn't know that.
Sure, that's what
I thought
they
this
all
was
say.
personal collection.
Funny, that's what I say. I wouldn't say half this stuff if I knew I was going to put it on
Exactly. Great.
You're lying, Tyler.
You had my name on there.
I do, yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
My name is Derek Evanson.
Yes, but I don't know how to spell his name. Okay.
Oh, no.
Mr. Brown. You were saying something vicious about
I was saying something.
You were saying
backyard professor.
Uh-huh.
I call him the backward professor.
That is rude.
Better than backdoor, I guess.
Hey, I'm stepping out of that one.
We're going to come up with false pseudo names for the false pseudo Mormon scholar, the backward yard professor.
Backward professor. How the heck are you doing?
I'm doing the heck fine.
Oh, that's good. Turn that camera off. Let's talk.
All right.
Respectability of
There's Dan Peterson.
belief in God.
He's on a panel here.
Has the kind of power to
There's
spread
Blake Ostler, and he's
On the other
talking.
hand, there's a downside. I'm the only person I know that has actually read Thomas Aquinas' Summa Theologica and Summa Contra Gentiles in Latin. There's a reason for that. And it isn't merely that you don't read Latin. It is that it is ponderous and heavy and deals with distinctions that nobody in their right mind would actually get down to and care about in terms of religion. It just has really nothing to do with the spirit and the devotional life. And the problem with the analytic approach is that it can be dry and desiccated and not really touch the heart at all and take all of the life out of what we do when we really think about our commitment to God. Give another example.
Wow, Blake Ostler and Daniel Peterson together.
We use language within a particular framework. We played what he called
Its placement in the Book of Mormon and Prologue of Christ really obscures placement in the Book of Moses, obscures the fact that it's really the first part of the Joseph Smith translation of the Bible, or JST, persecution for Joseph
This is
Smith.
going to be his book, In God's Image and Likeness. It's a commentary on the Book of Moses. It'll come out next year. Look for Jeffrey Bradshaw. I've got this manuscript. It's awesome.
Inspiration necessary to receive and record this beautiful and complex.
There's Brant Gardner's cultural commentary on the Book of Mormon also. 6 volumes. It's a lot of information on the Book of Mormon coming out. It's brand new.
The revelations make it clear.
I'm here with Matt Brown, my good friend Matt Brown. Excellent.
I have no friends.
Excellent scholar. See that book, Plates of Gold? Don't buy it, it's his. See that book, The Plan of Salvation? Don't buy it, it's his. See this book, Prophecies? Don't buy it, it's his. See this book, Receiving the Gifts of the Spirit? Are you starting to get the point here? Does this guy ever quit? Holy cow, look at this. All Things Restored. Don't be modest, Matt. Brad. Oh, Joseph Smith and his mission, the man and his mission. Symbols in Stone. I've got this copy. Symbols in Stone. The Gate of Heaven. The Gate of Heaven. I mean, how many hundreds of books do we have to read in order to get to this guy's mind? Fingers out of my... Anyway. That's the official handshake. Right there.
You're Jesse, sorry.
This is Jim Faulconer. He has written a study on Romans chapter 1, and I've read that study. Daniel C. Peterson told me in an email that it's a very excellent study. It's in the Ancient Texts and Mormon Study series. This is the first one, and then I guess they're making the series, aren't they?
I think they've had 2 or 3 more in the series, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Romans 1. Why did you pick Romans to study instead of like the Book of Mormon or the Doctrine and Covenants or whatever?
Because I'm a convert, and I really liked Romans when I came into the church.
Ah.
I think I found a lot of Latter-day Saints who didn't understand it very well, who hadn't thought much about it, and I wanted to show I wanted to show 2 audiences. I wanted to show Latter-day Saints that it's quite consonant with Mormon doctrine, and I wanted to show non-Latter-day Saints that in fact we believe in grace, for example, and
I got that.
we believe in things that they often accuse us of not believing in.
Now, one of the things I loved about this book, let me show you real quick. Like, for instance, we were discussing, well, you put a lot of the Joseph Smith translation in it. He explores several of the different Greek passages and words, and he explains the context of the Greek with the Joseph Smith translation, as well as several different translations of different Bibles that I thought was extremely nice. So it's basically an outline of the first chapter of Romans.
Yeah, it's what I tried to do is take each verse and look at each phrase within the verse or important word, and then say, well, okay, what do we need to know about that? How do we need to think about it? And how does that link up with other scriptures and other parts of even of Romans or whatever? So I could try to show, use chapter 1 to give an overview of the book as a whole.
Ah, yeah. Are you going to continue with more, hopefully?
Well,
Please?
I have at least one more. I have.
Good.
I'm hoping maybe next year, 2009, another book will come out. It will skip quickly over 2, 3, and 4. I'll give a sort of brief outline of what's going on in those chapters, and then concentrate on 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the same way this does on
Wonderful.
word by word, phrase by phrase. And then I may, in fact, I'm thinking about maybe taking this book and the other one, putting them all together as one volume. So
Excellent.
So
I would buy it.
Well, I appreciate that. But that's, and then whether I go any further than that, I don't know.
Well, the thing I loved about this is you put, you've obviously put an enormous amount of thought in it, but you've made it scholarly, but not difficult, and yet plain, but not, how do you put this, not useless, but sometimes things are so watered down that it's almost a waste of time to even bother reading.
Well,
you seem to have gotten a really good middle ground with this. That's the one thing I loved about this
That's
study.
very kind of you. Thank you very much.
That's what you did, so it's your fault. So I hope you do that again.
I'm trying to. I really do. I hope that what I can do is write a book that's for thoughtful lay audience. It's not addressed to scholarly audiences.
Right.
It's addressed to people who, may not know the languages,
Sure.
but who are still very interested in, how can I think carefully about this?
Well, it's got weight to it, but it's not so overburdened and crushing. I mean, the way you worded things, even a dunderhead like me could understand it. So it was really a delight for
Well,
me.
thank you very much. I'm glad
So
to hear
this is James Faulconer. His book is Romans 1, Notes and Reflections. You can get this off the Farm's website still.
You can, yes.
Yeah, it's one of the Ancient Texts of Mormon Study series, and I would seriously encourage you to get this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Good question, huh?
Good question.
All right. This is my good friend, LDS scholar Blake Ostler, who has just recently been writing. Let me see if I can get in here for a quick second. Okay. He's been writing a series of books. In fact, he just showed me his latest one, Volume 3. I've got 1 and 2 on this Exploring Mormon Thought. You can't see the shine on that because of the shine on the cover, but in the Exploring Mormon Thought, the first one, you did on the love of God, didn't you?
Yeah, the first and the second one was on the love of God. The first one's on the attributes of God.
That's right. The attributes and then the love of God. And he's been exploring in this one is on God and the gods. And it's kind of it's a conglomeration put together, cramming all of the absolute very best LDS theology and history and biblical ideas on deity, love, relationships between the human and the divine, kind of the stuff I've been doing on the biblical context videos of my Bible series. And I'm working my way to getting to this. The trouble is, he's been writing these 600 and 700 page books, and that's going to make me have 10,000 videos, which is perfect. But anyway, I just wanted to talk to Blake and okay, let me ask you a trick question.
Okay.
He can handle trick questions.